Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play E.V.O, The Search for Eden. I decided to go back to the Cave of Origin and do nothing but eat jellyfish outside of the cave for the next 20 minutes. And I managed to get the flashing meat that gave me 50 experience and 10 hit points refilled about 8 times. And now I'm up to 3,220 E.V.O points, or evolution points, so I might as well go ahead and evolve some stuff. First of all, I want to get the Xenisti's jaws. These will give me maximum attack. Now you look like a battle-hardened fish already. Also, that's the select button I need to be pressing, not start. How's our capability? Well, our body is now up to 5 points now. This is probably as good as we're going to get, strength-wise. Press Y to back out of that. And what do I want to do? I'll go ahead and well, I want to increase the body size, but I also want to get the shell body too, because that'll give me even more defense. And I need to remember to press select, not start. And a little bit of defense power. I'll take that. What do I want to do next? Evolution. I'll go ahead and increase the body size now. Why not? See what that does. And we now have 40 hit points. I just now noticed my strength is at 7 here, which is also pretty good. That's what I should have been looking at. So I should be able to really just go through stuff now. How about hands and feet? And oh wait, I already did the tackle fin. That's right. And I did the dorsal fin. What about the tail? Ah, I can afford the Cursolachi's tail. I guess I might as well go ahead and get that. And now we are up to 55 hit points. Let's see what our capability is now. Well, we can jump now. We have 5 points for the jump ability. We now have 10 agility points, or maybe we've actually had it for a little while. And we now have 55 hit points maximum. This is as good as we're going to get. And 5 hit points just off that bite. That's really good. So, in the first video, we did a little bit of exploration. And we checked out the 2 caves, the Cave of Origin and the Cave of Guidance. Now it's time to head towards the volcano areas. Welcome to the Ocean of Teradus. These guys are going to run away. But because we have the best jaws and we are agile, we can chase these guys just by dashing towards them, and we can eat them if they get close. Of course, they're kind of like Gallimimus in Jurassic Park. If they aren't into you, they are going to hurt. It also hurts if you run into them. You will have jets of volcanic gas block your path as you are here. And you will just have to be here for a little while until the volcanoes here decide to erupt. Once they decide to erupt, that's when you can pass through. And when that happens, you are free to move on to the next area. You just go all the way to the right afterwards, once everything starts popping off. And if I could catch up with you, that would be great. As long as I can get some experience somehow. And thought I could get that there. There we go. Once you see that shaking, you'll get the message saying that the walls of bubbles have disappeared because of the explosion from the volcano. Once that happens, just get out of there. You may get hit by some rocks, but at this point we have 55 hit points. we're doing things that we need to do. We should be able to just get out of here just easily like that. And now, the Cave of the Nisthus. I cannot say names of things in this game to save my life. Not at this rate, anyway. Not at this point in the game. The Nictus? I guess you could pronounce it that way. But anyway, we've got more jellyfish and more eels outside of the cave. I guess I might as well go ahead and eat some of the people that we will meet here. And by people, I mean fish and eels and jellyfish and stuff before we go into the cave proper. And now, the actual Xenictus. When these guys see you, they will rush at you and bite you. Thankfully, their meat gives you 50 experience points, or evolution points, rather. It also helps to have the Xenictus jaws, which makes you look just like them, because that's how you're going to hit them in less attacks. You definitely do not want those guys seeing you. If they do, just run away for a little while. They'll eventually come just short of eating you, and then you can come after them and hit them again. Also, you can run the walls and stun yourself briefly if you dash into them, so watch out for that. Yeah, don't go for multiple bites at once. And don't try to attack them as they try to attack you. Come on. That's not what I wanted. You know that game. Yeah, just attack, get away. Oh my. I don't want to die. This is not fun. Yeah, you don't want to die in this game, because if you do, you get brought back to where you died, basically, with half of your E.V.O points, which can be a bit of a pain. So, thankfully, if you do lose all your hit points, it's never game over. You just kind of have to try again a little bit, and just do better next time. There is a bit of a maze here, but thankfully it is easy. Also, there are trilobites in the sea, in this area. You want to watch out for them. They bounce around on the floors and the ceilings. Come on. The trilobites bounce around the floors and the ceilings. But as long as you stay away from them, they shouldn't be too much of a hassle to deal with. And I do want to heal up just a little bit as I go through this little maze. Again, this is a pretty simple maze as far as mazes go. Mazes in this game are pretty simple for the most part. You'll always be able to find something that will heal you just as long as you're Really. You'll be able to find something that will heal you as long as you're careful. So, and I just realized that if I keep going this way, I'll probably just keep going back to the beginning. So, let's not do that. Instead, let's get away from this guy. And when he bites, turn back around and hit him. And that's how you take care of these things. And here is a blue crystal. That gave us 500 E.V.O points. You definitely want to pick that up. Now, I want to back up a little bit. There we go. Getting pretty close to max health again. These enemies can tear you up if you are not careful. So don't let them tear you up. And if I could eat that, that would be great. Apparently, these guys do not like me, even if I am a super Xenictus. I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to call this new form I've suddenly created. And it's also easy to accidentally dash, too. Really don't want to do that. And now I'm getting better at beating these guys. I did not do any practice runs here, by the way. I may do them later on. Ow. And when you get all the way over here where the volcanoes are, just be careful making your way to the right and getting out of here. So that way you don't get hit by the rocks. Eventually, the volcanic activity will stop, the screen will stop shaking, and you'll be able to get to the other side and get out of here. So, volcanoes are erupting. They are creating oxygen. And I've been playing for about 11 minutes now, and I remember the game telling you, once you reach the third volcano, there's no turning back. I'm going to stay away from there just in case, and go to the Cave of Guidance. No, the Cave of Temptation. I don't know why I call them the Cave of Origin and the Cave of Guidance. It's the Cave of Guidance and the Cave of Temptation. And I can't eat that. Oh well. Yeah, that eel went too far into the cave entrance for me to eat the meat there, which is a shame. However, I can go over here and fight these green guys again. And this time, fighting these guys is going to be a lot easier, because I can take them out in one bite now, thanks to my new jaws. And while the red crystal will not be over here again, I can still come here for the best easy experience at this point in the game. I can just keep going back and forth and just beating these guys up. I want to make sure that I have plenty of experience points, or evolution points. I'm going to keep interchanging those terms so much, it's just not even going to be funny. Because here's how boss battles are going to go. I mean, you're going to figure out how to fight them. But the more evolutionary points that you show up with, the better. Because you can just keep on healing and outlast the boss that you're fighting as cheaply as possible. Just having all those evolutionary points basically makes the storyline and getting around part pretty easy. And there was some flashing meat over there. That gave me 100 experience points to work with. As I was saying, just the fact that you can just farm E.V.O points and just go with all the E.V.O points that you can to a boss battle just makes the boss battles really easy, and so does getting through the game. Which means that the whole thing of evolving your creature and making them better is probably the one thing and the one draw to this game. It's basically the reason that the developers of this game want you to play it, I guess. I mean, you spend enough time with this, and you'll realize the game wants you to be like, hey, let's create the superfish. And there's another flashing meat. I showed that off pretty briefly, but now you actually got to see it for once. And there's another one. I got lucky right there. The game wants you to be like, oh, hey, let's create the superfish. And once you get past the age of fish, because if you know anything about the history of the creation of Earth, you know that oxygen eventually made its way to the surface beyond the water, into the land and the sky and allowed for more things to thrive and grow and evolve outside of the seas and the oceans. And once you reach that point, it's like, hey, let's create the most dangerous, most powerful thing that we can make for this point in time, and then just use it to just destroy anything that wants to fight us. Because once we do that, we will be able to tear through the game. The game will become more fun because we are much stronger. It still helps to bring the E.V.O points, though, because, again, you can just... Even if you're bad at fighting the bosses in this game, you can still give yourself a chance at beating them again and again. There we go. Another flashing meat, which I definitely wanted. And there was another flashing meat. I'm glad I went over here. I mean, at 20 experience a pop, and the fact that you can easily heal here with the plants all the way to the right side of this cave if you need to. Once you have the jaws, once you have the evolutionary advantage, just getting through here is a lot easier. And wow, we're at 5,000 now because we found yet another flashing meat. I'm just tearing through this as quickly as possible. And I know this looks a little bit boring, but at least I'm talking through this. And it's not like this is the first time I've done some farming on camera. I know I did some off camera for 20 minutes before I started this video, but now I'm doing it for a couple more because, well, I have the power, and that's the flashing meat. I finally managed to show that off for once. You actually got a good glimpse of that for once. As I was saying, I might as well go ahead and get a little bit of farming on camera so you can kind of see what that's like. Not sure if I'll ever do it like this again, though. Probably not. Again, I'm not going to the final area, that third volcanic area, because the game basically told us there's no going back once we go over there. So we might as well take that warning to heart and come in here armed with evolutionary points in case we need to do something. There's another flashing meat. I'm now I'm almost up to 6,000 now, which is really nice. Really just taking this home here. I will definitely be ready for the final area, which I'll go to end the video. And I'm at 6,000, but I might as well go ahead and get a few more of these things eaten, just to give myself a bit of a chance here, because every little bit is going to help. And if you... There we go. I have to say, if you could just stay out of my way as I'm getting out of here, that would be great. And I got a flashing meat off the jellyfish. That was something. So now I'm at 6,200 evolutionary points. And I might as well just go ahead and go over here to the final area and just call it a video. That was fun. So you got to see what farming evolutionary points off enemies was like. I know it was a bit boring, and even if it was for just a few minutes, but you got to do it sometimes if you got to get through this game. If you want to get through this game. And with our new form that we just created for ourselves in this video, we should be able to do well, I would think. But we'll have to get through the next video to see if that's going to be the case. So join me next time where I go through the final area and see what happens when we go over there. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!